So, as I said, this evening we're going to be talking about planning, manifesting, building intentions in your life in order to get the life that you want. Yeah, you. And I'm not talking to like collective use, like businesses or anything like that. I'm talking about individuals, how we can individually get the life we want. Now, as you know, I've done a whole load of studying. If you could see the amount of books in my home, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I've actually got a pile here that are my current ones, and I've got my ease of access little stack over there. So I've got a lot of stuff going on in my head, and I've done a lot of reading in particular, and a couple of workshops with other people about manifesting. And I have come to the conclusion that what I call intentional planning is what other people are calling law of attraction and manifesting. However, there's one subtle difference, and it's quite a big difference, really. The law of attraction people are often talking on Facebook Lives and on YouTube and things about how, this secret has been held back, and, the reason why manifesting is not working for you is because of this secret or that special thing or what. No, no. There are no secrets. Yeah. Our brains are the same design that they were about 200,000 years ago. We've been put together to survive, not thrive. Yeah. And the thing that has changed for us as human beings is that we now have a much better handle on language and expression and intention and getting what we want out of a situation, because we are able to communicate it, we're able to think it, we're able to plan it and aim for it and have goals. Yeah. So this little live is all about how you can take all of that complex stuff and use it in your manifesting techniques if you like. Yeah, I don't care what you do. But for me, manifesting and intention and awareness and creating what you want is a lot simpler than a lot of people out there are making it out to be. Now, planning is what I'm essentially talking about. Yeah, planning. Because if you want to be the kind of person, for instance, if you want to be the sort of person who swims every week, who eats loads of amazing food, who experiences the world through travel, yeah, if you want to be that kind of person, yeah, you have to do stuff. Yeah? And before you do stuff, you have to plan what it is you're doing, right? In order to plan what it is that you want to be doing in your life, you have to have a goal, right? So the things that make planning for manifestation easy are, first of all, building clarity of your goals. Yeah. So this is going to be like a 5-step thing, right? First of all, get clear on your goals. And when I'm speaking to business women in particular, I don't say, write a list of all your goals, let's achieve everything in the next 12 months. No, no, no. The way I prefer to work is I have a goal for maybe a quarter, yeah, or in my case, sort of 2 6-week cycles. And I put together my weekly plan. I mean, look at the state of this, right? Weekly plan, circles and arrows, colors everywhere. Yeah. If you want to know how I drive that, I've got a thing for you later. Don't let me forget to tell you. Actually, I'm going to write it down on the bottom of this page so I don't forget. Workshop. Right. So clarity of goals is not just deciding the goal, but it's working out how you're going to get there. Those little steps, those individual actions that get you closer, yeah, to your goal. Because just by looking at it, it ain't going to happen. You've got to take steps towards it. Oh, please excuse my nose. Fighting off a virus here. Right. What else have we got? When you're clear on your goals and you start to plan, you can get very clear on what you need in terms of resources. Yeah. So, I mean, just simple stuff like if you want to make a particular meal, yeah, your goal is to eat that amazing food. You don't just walk into the kitchen and have it happen. You've got to get your groceries sorted out. You need to have at least some form of a recipe so that you know what to get. Yeah. If you're going to go out and get it, are you going to walk? Are you going to cycle? Are you going to drive the car? Are you going to go by public transport? If you pick the car option, you've got to plan ahead to have fuel in your car for doing such trips. So the planning creates resource management. Yeah. Also, the more that you are able to plan and get clarity on your goals and understand what it is you need to get there, you will be able to reduce the risk of either not having the resources you need or not having the clarity you need to understand the little steps you need to get there. Yeah. Adding in another layer. Yeah. If you have an aim, and this is different to a goal, if you have an aim, you can accomplish your goals with increased efficiency. Yeah. This obviously sounds a bit more towards the business women amongst you, but what it is, you see, is if your business has an aim to supply X product to X customer base, yeah, the goals that you make have to line up with that aim. And when your aims and your goals and your resource management all line up together, you can get from planning to achievement more efficiently. Yeah. And the last layer for this, kind of, what works in planning is your effort and your focus. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard me say 1,000 times if you've been in my world for a while. People like Krista, for instance, she's been in my world for ever. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you are focused on something, your attention and your effort all go into that thing. Yeah. And it gets you to your aim in an efficient way by managing risk, having the right resources available, and having the clarity of goals. So I'll just go through those one more time before we move on to the other side of this. So the reasons why planning is a good idea when it comes to manifesting and getting what you need, getting what you want from your life. Yeah. To start with clarity of goals. Ensure you have the resources that you need to meet those goals. Ensure that you look at the risks, the things that are going to hold you back. Yeah. And make sure that you undermine them early. Yeah. Make sure that your goals align with your aim, whether that's an aim in life, yeah, to retire by the time you're 50, or to be traveling the world at 70, or whatever it is you want in your life. Even if you just want a quiet life and a quiet retirement with you and your hubby on the allotment at the weekend, yeah, whatever it is you want, if you start with clarity of goals, resource management, risk mitigation, make sure that your aim is efficient and that you put effort and focus into where you want to go, right? This will bring you the three things that makes planning and manifesting work. And that is plan the thing, do the thing, have the thing. Yeah. I'll come back to that in a minute. That plan do have. But before I go on to how those 5 steps get you a plan that will turn into the life you want, I want to talk about what happens when you don't plan. Yeah. If you do not plan, if you do not have clear goals and aims in your life, right? This is what happens. You completely lack direction. And as a human being, when you lack direction, you just find yourself regurgitating the same days over and over again. Now, I know a lot of you are out there in 9 to 5 jobs where you turn up, you do the same monthly reports, you do the same weekly checks, you do the same, work. Yeah? And I've been there. I've been 9 to 5, but I had the opportunity to step out of that and do this. That's another story for another day. Unless, of course, you want to go trawling through my YouTube channel, in which case you will find my story from, where did I start that story? I think I probably started that story in my late teens and then took it right the way up to doing these coaching certifications. Anyway, I digress. Those things that are that happen when you don't plan. Yeah, lack of direction. Waste increases, whether that is waste of time, waste of resources, waste of effort. Yeah, because you find yourself doing things that are not aligned with your goals, with your aims. So you become inefficient. Yeah. So waste goes up, waste of everything, resources, time, everything. Your stress levels go up. The more stressed you are, the more likely you are to take action that is not focused. And when your effort is not focused, you waste resources and you lack direction. Yeah. Also, if you don't plan, you're going to miss opportunities to shortcut your plan and get to where you want to be quicker. Yeah. Because you're not looking. Yeah. You're not being efficient. You're not ensuring that your goals and your aims and your plan, you're not looking back at your plan every now and again and thinking, right, is this plan working? Yeah, it's still working. Right. And the biggest thing, right, with not planning is that you have no way of measuring your success. You have no way of knowing whether you've got there. Yeah. And the thing with our human brains is, as I said at the beginning, the structure of our brain is designed to keep us alive, to survive. But we have learned through language and civilization and development that there is more to life than just survival. However, we have to drag our brains along with us. Yeah. And in order to do that, there's these things called SMART goals. I'm not going to go into details. It's just an acronym of how to create a goal. And one of the most important things in that acronym is that you don't know that you've got there unless you are able to manage your work, your effort, and also measure your success. Yeah. If you get up in the morning and your goal, your big goal for the day is to clean the house. Yeah. If you don't have a plan, even if it's only a fuzzy, woolly plan in your head, right, that starts, upstairs and finishes downstairs, say, you will not be able to measure the little successes during the course of the day, like changing all the beds, putting all the laundry on, getting all the laundry dry, doing some ironing. If you haven't got those steps, then you won't be able to measure success. And if you get to the end of the day, you'll then look back, and because of the way your brain is hardwired, because not everything is done, it will be a failure. And then the next day will be a failure, and you'll start stacking failures on failures on failures until you get sick of it. So let's pick both of those sides up, the for planning against planning. And let's look now at plan, do, have. Yeah. Planning is where you literally decide what you're going to do And remember, yeah, you have choice. And I'm only going to say this once, right? Because my passion about human choice is so great that if I don't get off this tangent pretty quickly, I will go way over time. And you know that I don't like these little sessions to last longer than half an hour. So, tangent averted. You have choice about what you do. Yeah. Even if you feel like you have no choice, that's because you've given your power of choice away. Yeah. And that in itself was a choice. So if you have no choice but to go to work in order to pay your mortgage, yeah, you still have a choice about which job you go to. You can change your job. You can go into business on your own. You can do anything you want to do. Yeah. Nothing is stopping you. The human brain is so amazing that we can twist and turn our lives to create what we want. And as I said at the beginning, if you want to be the sort of person who swims every week, yeah, it's as simple as plan when you are going to go for a swim, follow the plan, and guess what? You are then going to be the person who swims every week. I know it sounds nightmarishly simple, but when you break stuff down and don't allow yourself to be confused by all of this mumbo jumbo out there, in law of attraction books that claim to have, the magic secret. Yeah. For me, the magic secret is intention. I have to want what it is that I'm planning for. Yeah. And the great thing about planning is I have learned so much in the last few years of teaching planning to people that I now no longer prescribe a method. Yeah. I will give you every single option that I have ever thought of for planning. And when you find a method of planning that works for you, stick to it. It can be dry wipe markers on your fridge. If you've got a white fridge, this makes it really easy. If you haven't, you can actually buy sheets of like stick-on vinyl to make your fridge white so you can write on it, or you can use magnets, or you can use software. Yeah. Because there is only one of me, and because I have commitments to my job, this, my coaching and my clients. I also have commitments to the Gladiator Mastermind clients. I have commitments to my mum, and the dog. And because there's only one of me, I find personally that planning my day, my individual days, using software works great. Because if I have an hour-long task, I can move that hour-long thing up and down until it kind of lines up with everything else. Weekly, I plan like this. I have a 6-week plan over there, which just gives me the overview of the intention for each week. The intention goes into here. I then break it up into stages. I then figure out where I'm going to do things. And by doing that, plan, do, by doing that, I can then have what I plan for. Because I have aims, I have clarity of my goals, I know what I need to achieve these things. So I make a plan, I follow the plan. Bingo, I get what it is that I have planned for. The only thing that planning costs you is time. Yeah? And the more efficient you get, which is why I've got things like this, yeah, the more efficient you get at planning, you can plan your whole week in an hour. Yeah. And by actually acknowledging the commitment you've made to your plan, yeah, all you need to do with the do part, so you've got plan, do, the do part is just follow the plan. You have made a commitment by creating a plan. And now all you've got to do is respect yourself enough to follow your plan. Yeah. Now, if you struggle with this is the thing I meant to say. If you struggle with this, I'm going to give away probably 90% of all of my planning golden nuggets on Sunday in the Turn the Page 2025 workshop. I'm sorry that I'm springing this workshop on you. It was kind of sprung on me by an old client who said, I'm really fed up with paying somebody, $25 for a 4 hour workshop that's nothing but a sales call. Will you, or have you, what did she say? Have you ever considered doing your Turn the Page workshop again? And the last time I did that was nearly 6 years ago. So this week has been a bit of a rush because I have had to take printouts from folders over there and turn them back into presentations and a workbook. I think the workbook itself is about 16 pages. I printed it out small so I can hold it up. But I mean, this workshop is going to be, I'm going to open one random page. Oh, come on. Yeah, here we go. This page is one way of many to plan self-care. Yeah, show you another page. Let's pick out another one at random. Not that one because it's boring. Oh yeah, here's a daily plan. Yeah, when you're going to get up, when you're going to go to bed, what your main tasks are. Yeah, and by main tasks on this, yeah, your day is defined as, if you tick off these main things, the day is a success. And then there's your self-care at the bottom. But anyway, what I've done is I've created a workbook with all of the different ways that I have planned, many of the ways that my clients currently use to plan. If you want to be in on that, yeah, best thing to do is to send me a message. And or if you're on my mailing list, actually, go back and find an email from me from this week and reply to it. Just hit reply and say 2025, as in 2025. And if you do that, fingers crossed, my automated system, which has been so cranky this week. I mean, you know what? Software cranky this week has been bizarre, hasn't it? I've had cranky things going on in my automations. And then, what are they called? Begins with M. The thing that does Facebook and Messenger and WhatsApp and Mark Zuckerberg and his lot. Yeah, his lot had a bit of a mega breakdown. I think mainly yesterday, but it was still really cranky this morning. I was actually surprised that I was able to go live in my group today. So I'm so glad that I'm here. So all of that being said, if you are watching this replay after Sunday the 15th, yeah, you will have missed the workshop because it's saying goodbye to 2024 and saying hello to 2025. So it's not going to be recorded. But I've just had a thought. Oh, I've just had a magic thought. If you miss the workshop on Sunday, if there's enough of you, I will run it again on either the 21st or the 22nd of December, immediately before Christmas. Yeah. But there's got to be like 6 of you, 5, 6 of you who all miss it on Sunday and want to do it. So there you go. That's a live pivot for you. Definitely doing it this Sunday. Check your emails, message me on Facebook. Let me know that you want to be in, and I'll get you the workbook sent over. I'll get you the Zoom link and everything you need. But if you miss that workshop, let me know. I think I'm going to start making this a regular annual thing, actually, going back to doing Turn the Page. It will develop as all of my modules do. Sorry, my intelligent speaker decided to butt in there. Let's just ignore him. So that's everything for today. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I've got to get off because I need to get ready for the next thing. Right. Actually, before I go, if you're really quick, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments right now. Like right now. Do not delay. If you've got a question, type the letter Q and hit return straight away, because that will come through nice and quickly and will mean that I won't cut you off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.